Hi there, this is Sandy McManus with needsaribbon.com, and I am bringing to you live via video, our mini catalog, which covers August through December of 2020. It is formally called the Fall/Holiday Catalog. Now we're just calling it a mini catalog because we're shifting our catalog cycles. This is the cover of this beautiful catalog, and I want to show you our Minnesota group did a swap recently, or card exchange, and I want to show you some samples that coordinate in the catalog. So let's take a look. And yeah, the catalog runs through, it says December 2020. It actually goes to like January 2nd, 3rd, somewhere in there, and starts August 4th. Which we'll be seeing this on August 4th. So let's take a look at our beautiful catalog. I love the colors, by the way. Okay, so first off, our returning favorite from last year, and I have 2 unmade kits of this. This is from last fall's holiday, whatever you want to call it, catalog. The Countdown Christmas kit with the 25 boxes, and I made a video last year, and you know what? I never got that posted. Ooh, that's something I can share with some alternate ideas and the original. So that being said, let's keep looking. And my view is not of everything. Ooh, I will see if I can shift this over. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have another card kit, which it's kind of hard to see, with this gold, and I believe that's Mossy Meadow without peeking. Yep, Mossy Meadow and red. Beautiful card kit. The card kits are always an easy win if you don't want to have to put a lot of thought, cutting and everything into stuff. We have the tags. Tag kit's also nice because you know why? You don't have to use them as tags for presents. You can use them as tree decorations. You can do all kinds of things with them. You could even just put that on a card base and make an easy card. And here's the stamp set that goes with it. Again, think outside the box. So here's our countdown kit. And they don't, no, I don't believe they brought back the stamp set that went with it last year. Really didn't need it to make the kit anyway, if you want the truth. The stamping really didn't show up. So this is something else they brought back, the product medley. And product medleys are kind of a free-form kit, as it were. It comes with the stamp set, it comes with accessories, it comes with dies and papers, and it's kind of like our product suites. This is kind of an all-in-one. So this one came back. I didn't get this last year. I may have to get this year because it really is just so beautiful. Okay, so next up we have Heartwarming Hugs, and I do have all these products. I think I do. We won't talk about that. Just if anyone's listening in my house, just move on by. So here's the first card that I received through my card exchange with that, and it's just so simple, but I like it because it's just simple circles showcasing that pretty DSP. It's just fun. And the little tiny tree. That's, if you can barely see that in the catalog, this tiny little adorable tree. So anyway, what's in this suite? It's kind of about the coffee or hot beverage. Doesn't have to be coffee. It could be cocoa, it could be cider, or whatever your mojo is. And the whole suite comes with multiple products. We have a stamp set. We have dies that make the sleeves that go around the cute little plastic cups. We have ornaments. We have ribbon, little that only holds 2 of our coffee cups. And these mini coffee cups are actually a little bit bigger than some of the ones that you may have seen. I was kind of surprised. They're actually a tiny bit bigger than some other Amazon type brand that I had. That's okay. And if you can see, more stamp set and dies. And then this is one of those big mega suites that they call it, that has another stamp set that goes with it. And it uses the dies that come with the original. Anyway, moving on. Next up, I guess I'm going to have to ship this back and forth. We have the gift wrap bundle, which is a stamp set and a punch. And here is an adorable swap that I received from Amy McNeil using that. I mean, gosh, that really is a beautiful bow, and all, you know, stamp, color, punch it out. Golden. The next one I received is from Janelle. And she used, actually, she combined product suites, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So she used the Dove of Hope stamp set, but she did not use the die that cuts out the doves. She just used the stamp set. And see, there's a die that makes a beautiful garland, wings, all of that. Putting that aside, poinsettias. Oh, does that speak to the season, doesn't it? The brilliant red of our poinsettias, or poinsettia, however you properly say it. Macaron, okay? Macaron, poinsettia. That's how I'm always going to say it. Beautiful colors in this suite, and this is another, you know, this is not a mega suite. It is just a big suite, product suite. And so it has the DSP, and again, you can buy it by piecemeal, or you can, one item code will get you all of it if you love all of it. It has this beautiful ribbon, these beaded pearls, stamp set, a coordinating die, this plush poinsettia paper, and it's flocked. It's like flocked vellum. Anyway, here's a swap I received from Cindy, one of the many Cindys in our group, and she used the little pearls and some foil, which is farther on in the catalog. It's a red and green pack. Isn't that beautiful? And this paper, which I actually think is from a different product suite. I believe that's elsewhere. But anyway, isn't that beautiful? Okay. So moving on. And here is the stamp set with the dies. And Peaceful Nativity. I did not receive any swaps with this, but you see it has the stamp set, has coordinating dies. And again, you always save 10% if you buy both of them together at the same time. But the stamp set's only 20 bucks. That's pretty cheap for a stamp set. Next up, Peace and Joy bundle. I am so glad I got a swap with this, because I thought about getting this and I did not. Now I really want to, now that I see it. So Janelle used, so what it does is you have the three bold words, and then we have dies that cut out the different layers. Or you have the die that just cuts out, you know, just the cardstock or paper version. So you can layer it, you can stamp and cut it out, and then layer some more. And so she used the opening, or the negative space, in this beautiful paper. And the dove from a different suite. Next up, we have a returning fave. I love that they are doing returning faves. So what these are products that were in a previous, last year actually, and they were so popular they came back. I love that, because that just, you know, extends the fun. Not that you can't keep using them even if they're not in our catalogs, but it gives you a second chance to buy them. And this is the Christmas Gleaming Suite, which it has the paper. They didn't bring it back as a bundle because it's already, oh wait, no, yes they did. So it's punches that punch out the two ornaments, the stamp set, and the paper. So the last year's was bigger, but this year they brought it back in just kind of a smaller scale, which is cool, because last year it came with a folder. Anyway, doesn't matter. It was last year, way long ago. Next up, we have the Fireside Trimmings bundle, which I see way beyond Christmas with this. Winter, actually that fireplace could go for any variety of things, even new home. Think about that. Yeah, from our home to use, yours, use. But that goes way, I see that way beyond Christmas. or fall or holiday. Just because that fireplace, again, I see welcome home or welcome to our new home or we've moved or something like that. And partly that's on my mind because we have 2 new gas fireplaces coming soon. Oh, here was the other brightly gleaming suite from the other one that I received. And this one is from Denise. And I still have some of that paper left from last year. Ha ha ha. Okay, so the next up is the Sweetest Time bundle. Did not receive any swaps on this. That doesn't mean that it's not it's a cute set. Love these candles. We had a stamp set a couple years ago that had something very similar and I loved playing with that. Actually, these are very fun Christmassy colors. And we have borders and okay. Next up, we have triangles, which go with our stitch triangles that are in, no peeking, the annual catalog. And here's that red and green paper I was mentioning from this card. It's so pretty. It's a really pretty red. I don't know, I'm reading. They just call it green and red. So it really isn't, I was trying to match the green. It really is just a green. It's not shaded spruce. It's not any one particular green. And this certainly isn't, is this red or poppy? Kind of hard to tell in these. No, that's poppy. And the red, here's a real red. Kind of a real red. Anyway, they're just pretty fun Christmas colors. I like the triangles. I think that could be fun if you're into fun Christmas, you know, fun and cute Christmas stuff. Speaking of which, the gnome. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this card is from Denise. I love the colors in this, but these are kind of my colors. Pool Party and white. And, you know, honestly, that could be any kind of winter card. Or if you remove the snowflakes. Well, I suppose he has snowflakes in there. And then I have another one, another swap, and this is from Jenny. And she used our brick folder on the background. She uses 2 different folders and layered them up, and that's really cool. And then sponged the edges for some definition. Another cute little gnome. Who doesn't love a gnome? Actually, he reminds me of, I have on my fireplace that's in my studio, I have what's called a Yule tile, which is Swedish or Norwegian. Little Christmas gnome from the Scandinavian area. Looks just like this guy, I swear. Okay, so now we have Don't Stop Believin'. Again, we've got the elf who got tangled up in his Christmas lights, because, yeah, that happens. And Santa who knows that you've been good, and Frosty Melted, and some great sayings. Next up, Trimming the Town. I did not get any swaps with this, and I have this suite and I did not make any swaps either, so to that end, stay tuned on that. But I just love this. Again, this with the fireplace that's a few pages back. I mean, it's just so different. And maybe that's why I fell in love with the suite. And again, this is a full product suite, so it has about 6 items. So we have the designer series paper, the stamp set, the dies that cut out the little homes in the swoopy snowdrifts or yard or whatever. And I'm already seeing, like, I can even see that as summer. I'm seeing all kinds of things. I'm not seeing just winter. And then we have a ribbon and oh, and that's right. This is our Making the Difference stamp set. Now, we used to have in the back of the annual catalog, we would always have one that would go, proceeds would go to the Ronald McDonald House. Well, we have gone beyond just donating to the Ronald McDonald House now. And so this is our $3 will be donated to charities devoted to adoption, foster care, and infertility when you buy this stamp set, which is fantastic. I love that my company is so into charity and community and all of that. Okay, so here is the big stamp set, and they're pretty sizable. I mean, that would cover, if you look at it, you know, that's that one. You know, that covers a fair amount of a card front, a standard card front. And the dies, just Ooh, I'm gonna have fun with that. And then another returning fave, the Moose is back. Mary Moose from last year, who actually sold out early, and they brought him back because he was so popular, and I am so happy. And the Moose Punch. So it's, yep, they brought it back as a bundle. So here is one of the swaps I received, and this one is from another one of the Cindy's in our group. And that uses that tree, and then the moose stamped in espresso, and paper from one of the other, actually that paper is from the Forest Ferns that's in the annual catalog, but look at how well it goes. And is there anything on the, yep, look at that. And then here's the other one, and this one is from Dawn. And she uses paper that's in a different product suite, but isn't that great? Kind of gives them that silhouette look. Okay, we have a lot to ground to cover. Okay, Yuletide Pasture. I love this yak. Oh my gosh, I love this suite. I did not get it, but gosh, I hope I get some cards with it. Isn't that cute? And the bells are back. I still have some bells left over from last year, so I'm glad about that. And next up, and one of my other swaps has this felt. We have felt. So that's exciting. And this is on my wish list. Christmas means more. I love a big bold word set sometimes. All you need to do to make an easy card is a big bold word on some kind of shape and some DSP and a card base and maybe a little embellishment. And you go. And these little snowflakes are very, very fun. So next up is a whole product suite, Wonder of the Season. And what is the theme of this suite? Gorgeous. So we have newsprint paper that's white with red and gold foil on one side, and then kind of a black and white on the other. So one side's fun. So it costs a little bit more, but oh my gosh. And then so else, this is, yes, that they call this a super suite because it's two different kinds of paper. And this beautiful plaid paper, but notice this is a 6x6 paper stack. So we've got 12x12 and then a 6x6. And this one comes with the bundle, the stamp set and dies, and another stamp set and dies, and gems, and a ribbon pack, and a Memories and More card pack. And the card bases. Again, you need simple and easy, go this route. No two cards may look alike, but gosh, if you need a simple, I can already see you card base and the Memories and More card, which don't forget are two-sided, and it has some gold foil and all that. For $12 you get, I have to add up real quick. Okay, I'll just read it. Double-sided cards for card fronts or scrapbooks, 48 cards in 3x4 and 4x6, and then 12 specialty cards with gold foil, 8 sticker sheets, and I mean, really. So what you do, you take and you attach your whatever on the front of your card, add your little stickers that come with it, maybe add some of this or a ribbon or whatever, and you are done. Think about how fast you could make cards, and they'd all be unique. Kind of like a card kit with a little more flexibility. So this is also part of the suite. We have more dies and the beautiful stamp set. Love the sleigh. And here's the other part with the big shiny. Oh gall, I can imagine taking StazOn and stamping that on like the red foil and then using the die to cut it out. Oh, would that be pretty. Or like they did, use some of our heat embossing. And then another returning fave, Art Wall Tidings. That was, again, it was one of those papers I stockpiled last fall, and I'm really kind of glad I did. And when it retired, because it really kind of didn't retire. And then Holly Jolly. Sometimes Holly is sometimes Holly is a very sweet gal. Just kidding. And then for Unto Us, this forest folder, you can't really see it in the catalog, especially with me photoing it, but It is a 3D embossing folder, and it is beautiful. Again, you want simple cards or projects, run that through, maybe even sponge if you want to spend that time, add a little greeting, and you are golden. Simple, simple, beautiful. Next up, Snowflake Splendor. Can't talk. Snowflake Splendor product suite. It's on page 36 of your mini catalog. And this was a new, I think they went with similar colors to last year. We had a product suite that was similar to this. Oh my gosh, was it ever popular. And so they have returned with the same or similar colors with a whole new product line. So we have this beautiful DSP, and it is just standard DSP, no foil, no fun, but it is very pretty, and you'll get to see in a minute. And then we have a new snowflake die and stamp set and a folder, and then the balmy blue glitter paper, which I think I can reach. Here's the balmy blue glitter paper, and these little blue gems and some Snowflake Splendor ribbon, iridescent. So that is essentially your product suite. And here is the true to size. So there's my finger. I have big hands though. But those snowflakes are pretty darn big, the ones that cut out. And see, they even have some where you can use the negative image if you want. So here are some of the swaps that I received with this. This one is Pam, and she used the folder and the snowflakes. And I can't remember where this shape is from. Wish I could. Here's some of the white felt. And this one is by Pam. So she's making use of her paper bag. And that, yeah, that's that one. This one is from Cindy. And again, really simple but effective. So she used that negative, the negative, and then backed it with some of our silver foil. And just simple and easy, and boom, you're ready to go. So in the next page, we're on page 39 now, if you're in the US. Next page features Snow Wonder Bundle. And again, bundle is stamp set and some other product, a die or a punch usually. And we have the snowman. This is, I want to say, that looks almost like it's the photo reel. I'm drawing a name blank on what they call it. But anyway, so here's a swap that I received from Nancy using the little trees. And she cut it out, stamped it, or used her stamp apparatus, and then cut out another one in foil and back to kind of give it that dimension. And here's that iridescent ribbon that I mentioned. So next up we have the Ornamental Envelopes bundle. It's a stamp set, and then the dies cut out the edges or the liners of envelopes. We have these adorable, it's actually a pretty affordable bundle. The stamp set's only $17. And look, you could even put the lines to write neatly if you were so inclined. It's only $47.50 for the both of them. And then the dies, which I've already played with, but we won't talk about that yet. And here is the swap that she did. This is Jenny, and she used the negative, again, this negative image, and put some pretty DSP behind it. And I don't know if you can see, she used the subtles folder for the white, and it just gives it that textured fabric canvas almost look. Very pretty. So next up we have Light Me Home Just a nice, basic kind of scenic, makes me think almost like Dickens, Christmas Carol kind of thing. And one of our new products is this little card display thing, and it's actually fairly big. Each panel is 12 by 18, so when it's folded flat, that's 36 inches, so a yardstick wide. No, that's not right. No, it's 24 inches, so it's 2 feet wide and 18 inches high. And this thing is sturdy, and it stands up on its own. It's got little feet, and it stands up on its own and with little clips and everything. For $30, think about it. You have a place to display your Christmas cards. You get 2 of them if you get a lot of Christmas cards. Each panel will hold, if you're really careful, will hold, I believe, 6 cards, standard size. That's scrunching them together pretty good. So think about that. It's actually pretty darn cool, and I can see all kinds of fun with that. So here's this Feels Like Frost. This is the paper that came back from the Colorful Product Suite from last year. It's so pretty. It's a different, the paper is very smooth. It's not cardstock weight. It's a very thin weight, and it's not a foil weight. It cuts like butter though. So consequently, it's $15, but you get 48 sheets. And it is, so it's 6 by 6. I couldn't remember. But it cuts like butter. It's just, oh, it feels so nummy. So next one, in the Pines bundle. This one I can see, you know, we got the stamp set and the dies. I can see this would actually kind of go with our waterfront and meadow front, maybe. I don't remember. Snow front. That kind of style that's in words in the annual catalog that have been around a while. Okay, no peeky. Next up, we have the Gilded Autumn suite. We always have just the most stunning fall, autumn suites. And they always come up with the most creative colors. And so this is it. And it is, like I said, a product suite. We have DSP, a stamp set and a punch bundle, itty bitty acorn, a little like maple leaf, and another kind of aspen-y leaf. I don't know. And I took forestry in college. And we have brush metal cardstock, nummy, and these beautiful little copper acorn trinkets, and a double ribbon pack in copper and mint. So let's take a look. So again, Tammy used, she triple layered, but she used the negative, I mean actually that's quadruple labeled because we have the front, and she ran that through the Subtles folder and then punched out the cute little thingies and then put some of the DSP behind. DSP from something else. Oh, I know what it's from. It's coming up. And then, you know, layered and layered. Very, very cute. Next up, this is Jenny's card. Again, this is a very heavy card with lots of layers. And I can't remember what, I need to remember what stitch die set that's from. But again, she punched out her itty bitties. And here's some of the foily paper that comes in the suite. Get that reflecting a little bit. Next up is Tammy, and she made her own DSP here and then used some little punched elements. And here's another returning fave, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Again, gather leaves. Well, we'll get to it. Very cute. I like making my own DSP. It's it's one of those things that I fall in love with and fall out of love with. I'll do it intensely for a month or two. And this is Janelle's, I know. Janelle's card, and she semi-cased it out of the catalog. She was kind of going for that element. I like how she took what was a mini card, an envelope, and turned it into a full-size card. And again, she's using a fair amount of that DSP, and she punched these out of the DSP. Very cute. Okay. So let's take a look. So this is the stamp set and the itty bitty punches with the leaf. Elm. That's got to be an elm leaf. Some generic leaf. Again, I took several forestry resource classes in college, and I don't remember because that was a long time ago. So next up is another returning fave, our gathered leaves. That's what it's called. So, and she watercolored them, and we've got the fun folder, and this is Birch background stamp, which is from the annual catalog. And this is Dawn. Isn't that pretty? I'm so glad that came back. I love this kind of sketchy look, and again with the coordinating dies. Now I must confess, I don't know how to do the embossing part. Surprise, I don't know how to do everything. So next up is the Autumn Goodness bundle. Very fun, like a woodcut look. Yeah, they'd call that woodcut look, because woodcuts are sometimes used with stamps and as stamps, and that has a very woodcut look. And we have a coordinating die, so again, buy both, save 10%. And this is a card from, oh, I hate to open it, Dawn. Okay, so she used the sneaky little pocket corner to close her card. That is very cute. Do you see that? And there's a little wheel. See, it cuts out a little wheel. Very cute. And paper from something coming up. Next up, we have Love of Leaves bundle, which is that kind of realistic watercolor look. And we have coordinating dies for it. And there's a lot you can do with that. Remember, bundle and save. Next up we have, on page 50 we're at, Autumn Greetings bundle. This reminds me of our Christmas Time is Here. That was a special order last November, December. It was not in any catalog. It was just a special order item we offered. Very similar style. It's a big bunch that you can color, and it comes with coordinating dies, and it's very beautiful. I had a lot of fun with that, and here's a new one, new version, modernized. And again, that beautiful line art that you can color in. Next up is Life is Beautiful, which reminds me of our now retired Sheltering Tree stamp set. And this is one, okay, this is a $1 Million Sales Achiever Leanne Grav. And this is the distinctive, that's the style. I couldn't remember the name of it. That's kind of got that photoreal look. And I kind of hope that this is one that sticks around. I don't know. But again, that Sheltering Tree, we've had others in the past, that all-season tree, good for so many different purposes. And so on this page we also have gold cards and envelopes. Again, easy make cards. Can't argue that. Next up, Halloween is here, almost. Magic in the Night. Again, I always love whatever they come up with for Halloween. Different colors this year. Less traditional colors, but beautiful. We have Pretty Peacock, Blackberry Bliss, Cajun Craze, Basic Black, and of course White or Vanilla, and then the metals. And so this is again a whole suite. It's not a mega suite, it's just a suite. We have this beautiful paper, which I do not have to show you, but so one side we've got some fairly fun traditional fall Halloween colors, and then the back side is a neutral. There's like a black and white pattern, which if you can kind of see, It's kind of hard to see through the camera. They aren't that seasonal other than the ones with bats, but there's ones like with the Harlequin diamonds, and they're not, they could stand for, you know, a lot more than just Halloween is what I'm saying. And so the stamp set is called Hallows Night Magic. And of course we have coordinating dies, really fun shape, label shapes, and the cobwebs folder, and pearls, and then black glitter paper, and then this mesh ribbon, which I hear tell can be dyed. Yep, sponge daubers or some other method, but I hear it's beautiful. I hear tell. Okay, so here's the stamp set and the labels. I'm not doing a great job showing. Okay, so this is Cindy's card, one of our Cindy's, with the beautiful spiders. So she used the paper, and if you can kind of see that, the spiderweb folder. Double, double, toil and trouble. And here's Pam's card. And I hope she's okay with me saying this. She loves Halloween because that's her birthday. And here's that fun, gorgeous edged label. And the next one is Janelle. Now, she used one stamp set from here and some other stuff from the product suite. But where are these from? Doesn't quite match, does it? Interesting. How about we put that aside for a minute? So next up we have Ghoulish Goodies. They always have one very cute Halloween set, and it is very cute. That cat alone is worth buying. Oh my goodness. Very cute. And we have tins and some other goodies. So next up, Plaid Tidings, another more affordable product suite. And it's just one of these multi-purpose suites. And again, wide variety of colors that go way beyond any particular holiday. Cherry Cobbler, Melon Mambo, Blackberry Bliss, Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock, Bumblebee, and Pumpkin Pie. And here are the plaid papers. This is a 6x6 paper stack, so you get 48 sheets. You get 4 of each, which is awesome because, believe me, I've used this on multiple projects already. And so the stamp set, well, I'll show you the bigger one in a minute, and it has these adorable, that must be what everybody's using, is these the labels in this. I haven't used these labels, but I have it. And this beautiful embroidered ribbon, which cuts and ties really beautifully, and it has kind of a vintage look when you see it. So let's take a look. So what the purpose of this the bundle is, obviously it's very like all year round kind of thing, and the cool thing is you have these beautiful labels, and these nest in the edges of those labels if you want to do it that way. So they kind of marry together. Next up we have our kind of fairy look, Flight of Fancy. We're on page 59 now. Going to page 60. On page 60 we have some new cellophane bags because it is the season of treats and treat giving. And they are 4 by 7 inches, and you get 25 whole bags for $7, making them very affordable. And honestly, I've done this before. You could even cut them in half and seal the bottom and get even more out of it. And so here is our new reversible set. This is kind of a 2-stamp reversible, and I have not personally played with the reversibles, but a lot of people like them because you can get the right and left image. And then next we have an Everything Essential bundle. Again, very, very cute, kind of an all-around, great for beginning stampers or people that just like the fill-in, goes with everything kind of stamp set. We got Halloween or fall, pumpkins are beyond Halloween. Valentine's Day, definitely Halloween. You and me could even be wedding. Season's greetings. Joy to the world. Bats. Snowflakes and hearts. And then this fun tag punch that coordinates with. Again, get a bundle, save 10% if you buy them both at the same time. And $35 for a punch and a stamp set. That's a pretty good deal. Moving on, we're on page 62 and have a hoop bundle. Aww, aren't these owls adorable? And they coordinate with this die set and this adorable little spider web, which I didn't notice before. So very fun. The Pika-Hoot dies. Next up, the festive post, which coordinates with our postage punch in the annual catalog. Again, another all-season stamp set. And I absolutely fell in love with this. And I have used it multiple times now. And again, you can kind of little bit of two-stepping in here, two-step stamps, and I will be talking about that in future videos. Some of how it's a two-stepper. And we have this red velvet paper. So this is one of the swaps that I created for which uses this stamp and that stamp, two-step. And this, because I did not think fall. I wanted something a little more beyond fall seasons. And I used one of our new flower folders and layer, a couple little pearls to make those flowers pop. But again, we'll be talking about that in the upcoming videos. And can't turn the page. We're almost done. Almost to the home stretch. So next up, lots to celebrate, which coordinates with our jar of love. Is that what it's called? Ooh, I don't remember. But this is a $1 million seller. When you reach $1 million in sales, you get to create your own stamp set. Be it ever so lucky we all get there. And we have the jar shakers in the annual catalog. So this coordinates with the jar punch in the annual catalog. And we've got returning fave of the Snowflake sequins. Also fun. Think way beyond shaker cards on that. But again, we're dealing with all kinds of seasons. And the whole jar thing. So far beyond just the fall seasons. Banner year, again, bundle. We've got all season stamp sets. I mean, really, look at that. To from. Can be used all year. Happy fall. Well, you know, boo. Way beyond. I mean, little squirrel can be used anytime. Guess who loves you? All of that. And it coordinates with this new Pick a Banner Punch. Banners Pick a Punch. Which makes two different style banners. Either a pointy or a recessed. In 3 different sizes. So very, very versatile. Next up, we have the festive corners, which is what Janelle used to make these cute little spider webs. Again, multi-season stamp set, really cute. And they have sequins. Next up, we have the Menagerie Mix-Up Bundle, which really takes advantage of the stamparatus and die cutting and all of that for these little pieces for people who like punch art and piece art stuff. And here is a swap from Amy. So cute. So cute. And then, actually, I don't think this one's from an earlier suite. I believe. I don't think it's from this one. This is Amy. Also, maybe it is. I really couldn't tell. but it's something in the catalog, but they're really cute. Like the colors. Next up, if you know me and it's $1 million seller, press on. It is not a bundle, it's just a stamp set, and they have the little round tins on there. So this was one of my, and this is using the envelope dies to make the insert. And you could stick a gift card in here. At least that was my thought. Isn't that cute? And that's using that vintagey embroidered ribbon. And that's the paper from the Plaid Tidings. And the folder is, yeah, it's all covered up. It's that 3D tree. So I brought in a lot of different products in this card. Next, and I'll be talking about that in future. Next up is, this is also mine. Again, thinking way beyond fall seasons. That could be anytime. That could be a great birthday card even, with the pink for some favorite friend. Next up on page 69, the Freezing Fun bundle. We got our favorite winter animals and dies to cut them out. And again, bundle and save. Sorry, stuff's falling all over. Almost there, people. Next up, Little Treats bundle. Treat box. Again, multi-season stamp set. Think way beyond just the boxes. Cards. Cuts out this adorable little wedding ring. All of that. Very, very fun. All season. So we got. And then the catalog goes into just showing you quick reference bundles and words and all of that. And then if you spend enough, host. You get a special host set. So I thank you very much for joining me on this mini catalog for the fall overview. Talk to you later.